You've tried the expensive creams, the serums with names you can't pronounce, but your skin still feels dry, fragile, and far from youthful. Like no matter what you do, your glow just doesn't come back. Now imagine meeting an 85-year-old woman whose skin glows, smooth, soft, and vibrant like she's in her early 60s. She doesn't use luxury brands or injectables. Her secret? Just castor oil and baking soda. Her name is Helen. And what makes her story so special isn't just her glowing skin, it's her approach to aging. Simple, natural, joyful, rooted in habits anyone can follow. In today's video, I'll take you step by step through Helen's exact skincare routine using castor oil and baking soda. We'll uncover the science behind why it works, how to avoid common mistakes, and the daily rituals that help her age gracefully without breaking the bank. If you're a woman over 60 who's tired of empty promises and ready to feel truly beautiful in your own skin again, this story might just change everything. Let's take a moment to talk about what's really happening beneath the surface of your skin as you age. Because when you understand the why, you can start choosing what actually works. Around the age of 30, your skin starts producing less collagen and elastin, two vital proteins that keep it firm, bouncy, and smooth. By the time you reach your 60s and beyond, your skin has lost up to 50% of its natural collagen. That's why it may feel thinner, looser, and more fragile. It's not your fault. It's biology. But it is something you can work with. Another big change: dryness. Oil glands become less active with age, meaning your skin doesn't stay as moisturized on its own. And because cell turnover slows down, dead skin cells can build up, leaving your face looking dull, rough, or uneven. This is why your skin might feel dry no matter how much moisturizer you use. It's not just about adding moisture, it's also about helping your skin shed old layers gently. Here's the good news. Aging skin responds best to simple, gentle, and consistent care. Harsh chemicals, strong fragrances, and 10-step routines. They often do more harm than good for mature skin. That's where natural remedies come in, especially ones that hydrate, exfoliate mildly, and nourish deeply. So yes, your skin changes with time, but that doesn't mean it has to fade. With the right care, it can still glow. It can still feel soft. It can still be your favorite feature. Because aging skin isn't something to fix. It's something to support with patience, wisdom, and love. And speaking of love, let's talk about an oil that has been nourishing skin for centuries. One that Helen uses every single week: castor oil. Before there were fancy creams or synthetic serums, there was castor oil, used by the ancient Egyptians, including Cleopatra herself. This rich, golden oil was prized for its ability to soften skin, boost shine, and even fight signs of aging. Fast forward thousands of years, and it's still here, quietly sitting on drugstore shelves. Affordable, underrated, and surprisingly powerful. Castor oil comes from the seeds of the Ricinus communis plant. It's rich in a unique fatty acid called ricin oleic acid, which gives it its powerful healing properties. Here's why it's a secret weapon for aging skin. Hydration without clogging pores. Its thick texture deeply moisturizes, yet it's non-comedogenic, meaning it won't block your pores. Anti-inflammatory effects. Ricin oleic acid helps reduce redness and puffiness, which is common in sensitive, mature skin. Antibacterial and antifungal. It gently helps keep skin clear without stripping it. Supports collagen and elastin production. It penetrates deep into the skin to stimulate tissue repair, making it helpful for sagging skin and fine lines. Aging skin craves nourishment. And that's exactly what castor oil provides. Unlike lighter oils that just sit on the surface, castor oil goes deep, helping the skin restore moisture from the inside out. It creates a natural barrier that locks in moisture, especially overnight when skin repairs itself. Used regularly, it can soften wrinkles, improve tone, and even help with age spots or uneven pigmentation. It also works beautifully on thinning eyebrows and eyelashes, cuticles, and even dry knees or elbows. This is why women like Helen love it. It's a full-body powerhouse in a single bottle. While castor oil hasn't always been front and center in modern skincare, studies confirm what ancient wisdom already knew: castor oil has real therapeutic potential. It's been found to enhance wound healing, reduce inflammation, and help skin regenerate faster, all essential as our skin matures. Even dermatologists recommend it, especially for dry, sensitive skin types, so long as it's 100% pure, cold-pressed, and used in moderation. Not all castor oil is created equal. For best results, always look for cold-pressed, hexane-free, organic, if possible. A little goes a long way, just 2 to 3 drops per application. And as always, do a patch test first. Even natural products can cause irritation in sensitive individuals. So why does Helen trust castor oil after all these years? Because it works. Not because of marketing, not because of hype, but because it's simple, it's natural, and it supports her skin rather than overwhelming it. Sometimes the most powerful solutions aren't found in a department store, they're found in your grandmother's cabinet. We all know baking soda as something we sprinkle into banana bread or use to freshen up the fridge, but did you know that this humble white powder can also brighten your skin, smooth texture, and gently exfoliate aging skin when used correctly? Baking soda, or sodium bicarbonate, is a natural alkaline substance that helps neutralize acids. But when it comes to skincare, its magic lies in its texture. It works as a gentle physical exfoliant, helping to remove dull, dead skin cells that can make mature skin look rough, tired, or discolored. As we age, our skin doesn't shed those dead cells as quickly as it used to. That buildup can lead to a dry, grayish tone, even when you're moisturized. That's where baking soda steps in, like a soft broom for your skin. Regular, gentle exfoliation helps mature skin, brighten a dull complexion, minimize the look of fine lines, soften rough patches, improve absorption of moisturizers like castor oil, fade dark spots and discoloration over time. And unlike some store-bought exfoliants loaded with harsh scrubbing beads or strong acids, baking soda is something you can control completely. Now, let's talk science and safety. Baking soda has a high pH of around 9, while your skin's natural pH is closer to 5.5. So yes, it can be irritating if used too often or in large amounts, but used sparingly, just a pinch 1 to 2 times a week, baking soda can help gently resurface the skin without damage. It's especially useful when paired with a nourishing oil like castor oil. The oil protects, hydrates, and soothes, while the baking soda clears the path, allowing it to sink in deeper. Helen doesn't believe in rushing through her skincare. For her, it's a daily ritual, a moment of self-respect, a quiet act of love. She's not chasing youth, she's nurturing radiance, and it all starts with just 2 ingredients, used mindfully. Helen begins by mixing her signature blend, 1 teaspoon of cold-pressed organic castor oil, just a pinch of baking soda, less than 1/8 of a teaspoon. She stirs them together gently, with a clean cotton swab or spoon, until the mixture becomes smooth, almost like a light balm. It's not runny, and it's not gritty, just creamy enough to glide onto the skin. Using clean fingers, Helen applies the mixture to her face in soft, upward strokes. She focuses on areas where skin tends to show age the most: around the mouth, under the eyes, between the brows, and across the cheeks. She always applies with love, never scrubbing or tugging. For Helen, the process is as important as the product. It's about sending kindness to her skin. Use your ring finger around delicate areas like under the eyes. It's your weakest finger and applies the least pressure. Once applied, Helen gives herself a gentle facial massage for 2-3 minutes. This helps increase circulation, support lymphatic drainage, and allow the oil to sink deeper into the skin. She sometimes uses a jade roller or her fingertips, whichever feels better that day. The goal isn't perfection, it's connection. After letting the mixture sit for about 5 minutes, Helen rinses her face with lukewarm water, never hot. The baking soda gently lifts away dead skin cells, while the castor oil leaves a soft protective barrier behind. Afterward, she pats her face dry with a soft, clean towel. No rubbing. If her skin feels extra dry that evening, Helen follows with 2 drops of castor oil, massaging it lightly across her face before bed. On alternate nights, she sometimes uses aloe vera gel, especially in warm weather or after sun exposure. She never layers 10 products. Just 1 or 2 that work. And that's enough. Helen doesn't use the baking soda mix every day. Her rhythm is simple: 2 times per week, castor oil plus baking soda blend. Every night, castor oil as moisturizer or aloe vera. Once a week, steam facial with warm water and a few drops of lavender oil. Daily hydration, 10-minute walk, and a good night's sleep. Her secret isn't just in the ingredients, it's in the consistency. To Helen, skincare isn't about looking younger. It's about honoring herself. It's the way she winds down. The way she says, "I still matter." And that's what shows on her face. A calm confidence. A natural radiance. The kind that no cream can fake. But here's what's even more beautiful than Helen's skin: her mindset, because real beauty starts within. It's easy to think of skincare as just surface work, creams, masks, and miracle ingredients. But the truth is, radiant skin often begins far below the surface, with how we see ourselves, how we speak to ourselves, and what we choose to believe about aging. Helen doesn't see aging as a flaw. She sees it as a privilege, something not everyone gets to do. She wears her years like a beautiful patchwork quilt. Every laugh line, every scar, every freckle earned. She once said, "Every year that leaves a mark on my face also left a lesson in my heart." That's the mindset that keeps her radiant, not just physically, but emotionally. Helen starts her day not by checking for new wrinkles, but by speaking gently to herself. A smile in the mirror, a simple sentence: "You're still here, and you're still beautiful." This small act shifts everything. It reminds her that beauty doesn't vanish with age. It deepens, it softens, and it becomes less about appearance and more about presence. Science even supports what Helen already knows intuitively. Our emotions affect our skin. Chronic stress, it leads to dullness, breakouts, even wrinkles. But peace, joy, gratitude, they relax the nervous system and reduce inflammation. Yes, even your glow is emotional. Helen doesn't chase perfection. She embraces softness. She forgives herself quickly. She lets her body rest when it's tired. She doesn't believe in anti-aging. She believes in pro-aging. Because real beauty isn't in wrinkle-free skin. It's in a face that's lived and loved fully. When asked what her real secret is, Helen simply says, "Every evening I care for my skin, but every morning I care for my mind. That's what keeps me young." She doesn't just treat her skin with kindness. She treats her soul that way too. And that, perhaps, is the most beautiful secret of all. But even with all the right habits and the best mindset, there are still a few things Helen avoids to keep her skin healthy and glowing. Let's talk about what not to do. Natural skincare sounds simple, but even natural ingredients like castor oil and baking soda need to be used with care, especially on aging skin. Helen learned a few lessons along the way, and if you want lasting results without harming your skin, here's what you must avoid. More isn't better, especially with baking soda. Because it's alkaline, overusing it can strip your skin's natural protective barrier. Helen only uses a pinch, 1 to 2 times a week. Using more can lead to redness, dryness, flakiness, and in some cases, micro tears in the skin's surface. Even natural products can cause irritation, especially on thinner, mature skin. Before applying anything to your face, always do a patch test. If there's no reaction, redness, itching, or swelling, you're likely safe to proceed. Helen never skips this step, when trying anything new. Not all castor oil is created equal. Avoid anything that isn't cold-pressed and hexane-free. These cheaper versions can be filled with chemical residues or overly processed, reducing the skin benefits and increasing risk of irritation. Helen uses only 100% pure castor oil and stores it in a cool, dark place to preserve its nutrients. Aging skin is thinner, more delicate, and less oily than younger skin. Hot water strips it even further, and rough towels can create tiny tears that worsen fine lines over time. Helen always uses lukewarm water and dabs, never rubs her skin dry, and she washes her face cloths regularly to avoid bacteria buildup. Skincare works best with gentle consistency, not intensity. Doing Helen's routine every single day or scrubbing your skin more often won't speed up results. It may set you back. Helen lets her skin rest. She listens. If her face feels irritated or dry, she skips a night. Because your skin has seasons too, and sometimes less is more. Above all, listen to your skin. Redness, tightness, burning, or peeling. That's your body's way of saying something's not right. Helen's golden rule is this: when in doubt, step back, rest, reset. Then try again slowly. Your skin is wise. Honor it. This isn't about being perfect. It's about being informed. Helen's glowing skin didn't come from flawless routines, but from learning what works and letting go of what doesn't. When you care for your skin with intention and respect, you'll find your own glow, just like she did. Now let's explore how powerful this natural path really is, because Helen's beauty isn't just the result of castor oil and baking soda. It's a lifestyle, a way of thinking. And it starts with the belief that natural beauty is accessible to every woman at any age. When we think of beauty, we're often shown an impossible standard: perfect lighting, expensive serums, and wrinkle-free faces in their 20s. But real beauty? It doesn't come in a jar. It isn't sold behind a counter. And it doesn't disappear after 60. Helen's story reminds us that natural beauty is never about luxury or perfection. It's about consistency, intention, and kindness to yourself. Her entire skincare routine costs less than a fancy night cream. No Botox, no fillers, no fancy spa appointments. Just 2 ingredients and a commitment to daily care. The beauty industry often forgets women over 60. You won't always see your face in the ads. You may even be told it's too late. But Helen and thousands of other radiant older women prove otherwise. Beauty isn't a timeline. It's an energy. A woman who cares for herself, gently, naturally, shines in a way no youth serum can replicate. What if we stopped viewing aging as a problem to solve, and started seeing it as a gift to embrace? The laugh lines you carry? They tell your story. Your skin? It has survived decades. It deserves tenderness, not shame. Helen's radiance comes not just from her skincare, but from her joy, her self-trust, her grace. And that is a beauty that only grows richer with time. Let's be clear. Natural beauty doesn't mean never wearing makeup or tossing all your products. It means you choose what honors your skin, what feels right in your hands. Helen wears lipstick on Sundays. She skips it on Tuesdays, because it's her choice, not a rule. You don't need flawless skin to glow. You need self-acceptance. You need habits that nourish, not punish, your body. You need the confidence to walk into a room knowing your beauty isn't shrinking, it's evolving. Helen glows because she believes she's worth taking care of. And so are you. Natural beauty isn't a product. It's a practice. It's a mindset. And it's available to every woman, regardless of age, budget, or background. Helen didn't discover a miracle in a bottle. She discovered one in herself. And now it's your turn. So let's wrap up with everything we've learned and how you can start your own radiant journey today. While castor oil and baking soda form the heart of Helen's routine, they're not the only natural treasures she relies on. Over the years, she's developed a handful of gentle remedies that nourish her skin, calm her spirit, and support her natural glow. First on Helen's list, aloe vera gel. This cooling, healing plant has been used for thousands of years to treat burns, calm irritation, and hydrate thirsty skin. Helen uses aloe vera in 3 special ways: as a nighttime moisturizer during hot weather, as a cooling mask after sun exposure, as a post-exfoliation calming layer, especially after her baking soda blend. It contains natural enzymes, vitamins C and E, and has a similar pH to the skin, making it ideal for women with sensitivity, rosacea, or redness. Next, Helen turns to one of the simplest, most refreshing tools of all: cucumber slices. Yes, it's the classic spa image, but it works for a reason. Cucumbers are full of antioxidants and water. They're naturally cooling and anti-inflammatory. Helen uses them to reduce puffiness under the eyes, soothe tired eyes after reading, add a moment of ritual and rest to her afternoon. She keeps a few slices in the fridge, ready for quiet moments. It's not just about the eyes. It's about taking time to pause. Third on Helen's trusted list is ground oats. Yes, the kind in your kitchen. Oats are incredibly soothing, anti-inflammatory, and gently exfoliating. Helen uses oatmeal when her skin feels dry, itchy, or a little too reactive. Here's her go-to method. Helen's oatmeal mask recipe: 2 tablespoons of finely ground oats, a splash of warm water. Optional, 1 teaspoon of raw honey. She applies it like a mask, leaves it on for 10–15 minutes, then rinses gently. Her skin is left soft, balanced, and calm. These aren't just beauty hacks. They're part of Helen's ritual of care, a rhythm she's developed over decades. Each ingredient is simple. Each one costs very little, but the results are deeply felt. Because glowing skin isn't always about more products. Sometimes, it's about more presence, more nourishment, more nature. And that's a gift every woman can give herself, starting today. Helen's story is a reminder that beauty doesn't disappear with age. It simply asks to be seen differently. Not through filters or fads, but through self-respect, mindful care, and deep, loving simplicity. She didn't spend a fortune. She didn't chase the next miracle cream. She returned to basics. She trusted nature. And most importantly, she never stopped believing in her own worth. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need a drawer full of products. You just need a moment, a mirror, and the decision to start. Try Helen's routine: 1 drop of castor oil, a pinch of baking soda, a little aloe, a breath. Start small. Let your skin and your soul respond. If this video spoke to you, if it made you pause and reflect, then don't keep it to yourself. Leave a comment. What's your current skincare ritual? What does beauty mean to you now? Like this video if you believe beauty has no expiration date. Subscribe for more natural, empowering content for women who are aging gracefully, confidently, and on their own terms. And if you'd like a free downloadable guide of Helen's skincare routine and natural remedy recipes, check the description box below. Because your skin deserves care. And so do you. You are not fading, you are evolving. And like Helen, you can glow naturally, at 60, at 70, at 85, and beyond. Your beauty is still here. It always was.